the record is 32-30, and you see the numbers obviously inflated.
You were mentioning some of those injuries, and one of the guys who really picked things up during those injuries, Mike Fiers.
Well, he's the one guy that for the Astros that actually has been quite durable. He has gone out there. He's going to lead in starts. He's going to lead in innings pitched for the Houston Astros, but he needs to get back to that 10-game stretch that he had in those 10 starts you see back on May 30th and going forward. What the big key for him was keeping the ball in the ballpark. When he keeps the ball in the ballpark, he is a very good pitcher.
So tonight, Mike Fiers will be on the mound. He'll be opposed by Tyson Ross. Both teams will be wearing their 1999 uniforms from their respective teams. And good to see George Springer get back on the home run board last night. More with Julian Morales on George as we come back.
Is starting to come down as we get ready for first pitch between the Rangers and the Astros. It looks like we're getting ready to play as the players take the field. Astros hoping to take some of the momentum they had in the last couple of innings into tonight. Shut out for 7 innings. They look to George Springer, who came up with a big swing in the 8th inning, his 28th Springer dinger this year, but his first since July 7th, and his person's coming off the DL. He's the one that sets the tone for this club at the top of the lineup, and he did just that in the 8th inning where they put up some runs. You see the 4 runs scored last night. Had the tying run at home plate in the 9th inning. Didn't get the win, but they liked the battling and the fight that they had there at the very end. George said that swing is starting to feel a little bit better, guys, which is good news. Trying to get that timing back after missing 13 days on the DL, Todd.
Really good news to see George back in that home run column. Even though he had been on the DL, those 45 ABs without a home run probably felt like about a month and a half to him. It was close to that, a little over a month. You can see that he is wearing one of the 1999 Astros jerseys, as is the manager A.J. Hinch, as he brings you this starting lineup presented by Southwest Airlines. George Springer will be leading off in center field, followed by Josh Reddick in right field. Jose Altuve is the second baseman. Carlos Beltran gets the DH slot. Alex Bregman plays shortstop tonight and hits fifth. Marwin Gonzalez giving Yuli a night off at first base, hitting sixth. Derek Fisher in left field. J.D. Davis, the third baseman, and Juan Centeno will be behind the plate.
On the mound for the Texas Rangers, you're going to be looking at very large right-hander in Tyson Ross. He is a heavy sinker ball type pitcher, just coming off the DL, had a blister on that pitching hand. When he is going good, he's throwing 90 to 93. Even at that height that he pitches at, really short stride, gets on top of the baseball, creates good downward action on that sinker. Hitters are hitting 284 against that sinking fastball. He also has a slider that he goes to frequently and the occasional cutter.
So we'll see if the Astros can get things rolling tonight after losing 3 straight to the Chicago White Sox, and then the first one here at Globe Life Park, an 0-4 road trip thus far, and 6 straight losses on the road as we start tonight's play with a pitch outside of the zone to George Springer. It's 1-0. Ross misses 2-0. A lot more comfortable tonight with the rains cooling things off. 82 degrees at game time, about 15 degrees cooler than it was last night. Springer on the 2-0 pops it high in the air and headed out of play. Overall, the Astros trying to snap a 6-game road losing streak. They had not lost more than 2 games in a row on the road all year long before losing 2 in Detroit, 3 in Chicago, and the first one here in Texas. All the teams with records under 500. George lays off that slider. Ross likes to go to that slider as a strikeout pitch. But he's down in the count to Springer, 3-1.
Yeah, you might want to get used to that. He's got 20 walks in 32 and a third innings. Please let me rephrase that. 21 walks in 32 and a third innings now.
Time to play presented by Toyota. Josh Reddick loves hitting in this ballpark. Of all the ballparks he's played in, he has the most career numbers in his home stadium where he was for so long at Oakland. But here at Globe Life Park, 10 home runs and 33 RBIs, second most in home runs and second most in RBIs, ahead of even Minute Maid Park where he has about 100 more at bats. Pitch misses outside to Josh. 1-0.
It's a good chance when they were negotiating the contract that they kind of slid those numbers across the table and go, hey, I rake against the Rangers in Globe Life.
So far, Ross has missed with 5 of 6 pitches. This was the uniform the Astros wore in 1997, 98, and 99. Tonight we are celebrating Pudge Rodriguez 99 MVP season, and both teams had great 99 years. For the Rangers, a AL West title. For the Astros, their 3rd straight division title.
Pudge won the MVP in the American League that year. Baggy was runner-up to Chipper Jones.
Springer with a count of 1-1, back in the lineup tonight after getting the day off in the opener of this series. Josh around to bunt. Ross will flip it with his glove, and they do get the out. Napoli on the receiving end pushes George Springer into scoring position.
It's a pretty good effort by Josh trying to push that past Tyson Ross. He almost did. That ball gets past Ross. There's no chance to get Josh Reddick.
So that'll bring up Jose Altuve. Altuve was the batter at the end of last night's game, tying runs on base. Alex Claudio able to get Altuve looking at a called 3rd strike to end the game. Pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-0. See Altuve's road numbers. If the season were to end right now, the second best road season in the history of Major League Baseball. 456 is a big number to try and catch. Two 2-0 the count. Astros had the similar open star jerseys from 94 through 99 at home, but their road uniforms had a variation from 97 through 99. The star was inside the O from 94 through 96, and then outside where you see it now from the 97 through 99 season. So that's the jersey they are wearing tonight. Looks good.
It's even right down to the patch on that left sleeve, commemorating that last year in the Astrodome.
35 years in the eighth wonder of the world, and that pitch misses inside to Altuve. It's 3-1.
It's a good look at that patch.
Some distinct unis over the years for the Astros. Rangers 99 jerseys don't have much of a difference from the current model. Ball 4. Well, Blummer mentioned Ross has been wild, and he walks 2 so far in the first inning. That'll bring up Carlos Beltran, who moves up to the cleanup spot in tonight's game.
Splits have been interesting for Tyson Ross also this year. In his career, he's been better against right-handed hitters, but here in 2017 with the Texas Rangers, he is giving up an average of .313 to right-handers. 172 against lefties.
Really opposing all the numbers we've seen from him in the past. He was so good with San Diego. That pitch is a high strike. A little bit
up out of the zone, as you can see on our MD Anderson strike zone.
A little bit less velocity with the slider, maybe not as sharp as it was in the past. Ross still gets 2/3 of his strikeouts with the slider, but the command has been an issue. Back from injury a couple of times this year. Just making his 8th start of the season. The runners were on the move on that 1-1 pitch, and Beltran fouled it away. You can run a little bit on Ross. It's allowed stolen bases 6 for 6 this year. Opponents stole 37 against them his last full season in 2015. Out of play, it stays 1-2. Carlos batting in the cleanup spot tonight. 12th time this year he's batted 4th for A.J. Hinch. Ross last year opening day starter for the Padres, coming off 2 really good seasons. Made just 1 start for San Diego. Then felt something before his next scheduled start, placed on the 15-day DL with right shoulder inflammation. That eventually ended up turning into a season-ending injury. Resulted in surgery. Swing and a miss on the fastball up. He gets Beltran. First strikeout for Tyson Ross, and there's 2 away in the first. Here's Alex Bregman. Alex with that 13-game hitting streak. Longest active streak in the major leagues and the longest of his career. Breaking ball for a strike. It's almost all fastball slider with Ross.
I agree. I mean, the cutter's on there, but it's really not an effective pitch for him.
Popped in the air, shallow right. Mazzara comes in, makes the play. A couple of walks, couple of men left on base. Head to the bottom half of the first. Walks issued by Tyson Ross. Here's how the Rangers will line things up on this middle game of a 3-game set. Shin-Soo Choo at the top of the lineup, followed by Elvis Andrus, Nomar Mazzara in right field. Adrian Beltre has hit in 6 straight games. Joey Gallo having a strong month of August. Carlos Gomez in center field. Rougned Odor, the second baseman. Mike Napoli at first, and Brett Nicholas behind the plate.
Mike Fiers going for the Houston Astros. Take a look and see what he's done. 22 starts, leads the team. There's 124 innings pitched, lead the team also. Whip at 1.3, but how about the punch outs for Mike? Almost up to a punch out per inning.
Starts this game with a pitch inside to Choo, 1-0. Fiers continues to be the most durable in the rotation, getting the ball every 5 days, despite for a brief moment being sent to the bullpen. 1-1 the count. And it's 1-2. Fiers has had his share of troubles against the Texas Rangers in 3 starts, 4 games overall, an ERA right around 6.5. That breaking ball misses upstairs and out. It's 2-2. It's always a key weapon to watch for. Fiers had a little bit of an issue earlier this game on a warm night. Earlier in the season on a warm night, controlling that curveball. We'll see how he fares tonight. It's 3-2.
You're right, very similar to that start he had in Baltimore. A tough time getting a grip on that breaking ball, but went to the changeup and it proved to be effective. And he starts off Choo with a walk.
Shin-Soo Choo with a team-high 65 walks, amongst the leaders in the American League in that category.
We got some pitch usage for you. It's presented by AT&T. Likes that fastball. It's been a good for him when he's able to locate. You see, giving up 9 home runs on that fastball, but it is a primary pitch. Curveball, split finger, the 3 pitches on that top of that list that he's going to use most often. That cutter is the one that he has scrapped, and you can see why. Only using it 12% of the time, and when he has used it, it's been hit hard for 7 home runs.
Called strike to Elvis Andrus. Elvis riding a nice month of August as well. He has 4 3-hit games this month, including last night, where he also picked up career hit number 1400. Foul out of play. Fiers has had that home run bug bite him a little bit here the last 3 starts. Went through a long stretch there where he kind of solved that issue, but 5 home runs in his last 3. Allowed 18 in his first 9. Then he went almost a month and a half without allowing a home run over 7 starts after that. Called third strike, inside corner. Andrus thought that was too far in, but Lance Barksdale calls him out. Fiers picks up his first strikeout.
It's going to be good for Mike Fiers if he's able to get that call up in the zone, off the edges. We saw a call go against the Astros, but here, seeing our matches from Supermo, that curveball, he did get on top of that, creating that downward spin just enough to have Centeno frame it up for Lance Barksdale in the punch out.
Now he'll face Nomar Mazara. Centeno with a throw to first. And Choo able to get back. Mazara with 14 RBIs in his last 13 games, hitting .327 during that stretch. Down and in, it's 2-0. Fiers, when he was acquired by the Astros, made his first career appearance with Houston in this stadium on August 3rd, 2015, pitching 5 innings out of the bullpen. Days later, he would throw a no-hitter. This one's fouled back. It's 2-1. Rain starting to fall fairly significantly now as fans are heading off their seats and towards the concourse. We had a little bit of a rain shower blummer right before the game. That was light. This is not light.
No, this is the opposite of light.
Crew chief is Bill Welke. He's at third base. So far, no indication that we shouldn't keep playing, but this is very heavy rain.
Yeah, this is a good one.
And now Welke calls time. It is coming down hard. Fiers had trouble delivering that last pitch, and we are going to have the tarp put on the field here. Bottom half of the first inning with a runner on first base. 1 out, and Nomar Mazara with a 3-1 count. We will sort things out here, take a quick timeout, and come back to Globe Life Park after this.
that 30-40 minute mark where you start to worry a little bit. They've been sitting down for too long, but throughout the course of the season, some of these Astros starters have gotten used to some of those long delays sitting on the bench because their offense is going out there and putting up some big numbers in innings. So, but you know, everybody's different. But I think with as brief as this one is, it's easy, or it should be easy for Mike Fiers to get back in there. But when you get past that 30-minute mark, and if you're at a stadium that doesn't have a tunnel underneath that you can stay loose in, I don't think too many managers want to see their guys go out there and reheat. Because once you get past that 30-minute mark, that's when you got to start reheating things up. And it takes starting pitchers quite a while to get their bodies loose to get going for a game.
It's actually a little bit of an advantage with Fiers being on the mound at the rain delay time. Now he goes right back out there. Tyson Ross, just coming off the disabled list, had a little blister issue he was dealing with, but he had that extra time down while Fiers was pitching the bottom half of the first inning. And so he'll be a little more extended in terms of his delay in between pitches. Our situation is this: a runner on first base, Shin-Soo Choo, 1 out, bottom half of the first inning. Astros, after a couple of walks in the top half, failed to score. Looks like the field is in pretty good shape. They continue to throw dry dirt down around the first base area, and they're working on that. There's going to be little patches here, especially out in the shallow left field where the tarpaulin unloaded a lot of water that are going to be pretty damp.
Yeah, that turf on the infield is going to be wet. There's a pretty good deluge before they got that tarp actually on there, so they're going to, infielders and outfielders are going to be dealing with some soggy shoes and a wet baseball once it eventually gets to them. Try and secure that baseball as an infielder and aim low. Skip it over there, because if you let that thing go high, it usually has a tendency to sail.
So we're ready for baseball. Back underway after a short delay. Nomar Mazara with a 3-1 count. The last pitch Fiers threw, which was under very difficult conditions, was way outside and high. Bill Welke realized getting a grip on the baseball was an issue and called for the tarp. Counts full. Choo opened up the inning by walking. Elvis Andrus struck out, and now a 3-2 count to Mazara. Choo on the move. The pitch is outside, ball 4. Choo did not get a very good start, but it doesn't matter because that is 2 walks in inning issued by Fiers, just like his opponent Tyson Ross. Officially a 21-minute rain delay tonight. Now 2 on with 1 out, and Adrian Beltre the batter. During the stretch here where Fiers in his last 3 starts has pitched to an ERA above 7, he has walked 3 in each of those 3 starts. Walking 2 here in the first inning. Now facing Beltre, who had 2 hits in last night's game and has 3,010 in his career. .310 is good for tied for 28th all time. Wade Boggs also finished his career with 3,010 hits. Inside, it's 1-1.
Fiers still trying to find that command. 2 walks in this first inning. He's had 3 walks in the last 3 consecutive starts.
Fiers ahead now, 1-2. Beltre has a 6-game hitting streak going, batting .333, has his average up to .298 on the season. It's the highest mark amongst the Ranger starters. Ground ball towards short. Bregman to Altuve. Jump throw in time. How about Jose Altuve's turn at second to get Beltre on the double play.
That was some kind of special. Nazara bearing down on him, and he makes the turn, picking up Mike Fiers. Is going to fall on Marwin Gonzalez against these Texas Rangers. 2017 has been very good. .438 batting average, 4 bombs, 13 RBIs, and that OPS up over 1,000. But a couple of big home runs also. Working some long ABs, ending up in some big hits. That biggest one probably in this series out of those 4 for Marwin Gonzalez was that grand slam back at Minute Maid Park down that right field line.
That was part of an opening series against the Rangers in which the Astros won the first 3 games and won 3 out of 4 overall at Minute Maid Park. Good to set the tone in this season series, the Lone Star Series presented by the Texas Lottery, because this has been a series that has been dominated by the Rangers the last 2 years. Coming into tonight's game, it stands at 7-4 in favor of the Astros. Houston losing its first game here at Globe Life Park last night after a series sweep earlier this year. Marwin leads things off, and Tyson Ross misses outside with a fastball. It's 1-0. Marwin, then Derek Fisher and J.D. Davis. Marwin enters tonight's play in the top 5 in the league in OPS, top 5 in on-base percentage, as well as slugging percentage. Also comes in with a .314 average, which is good for number 4. With Marwin qualifying with plate appearances, the Astros just dominating some of those categories. 4 of the top 5 in on-base percentage, 4 of the top 5 in OPS. There's a line drive, left center field, base hit. This will scoot on the wet turf. Marwin thinking about 2, and he is going to try to get there, and now decides to turn around, and it's too late. Good play by Gallo on a slick field to get over there and cut it off, and Marwin realized once he was halfway to second, he was in trouble.
I don't think he was banking on the fact that Joey Gallo was going to be able to come up and make a strong throw at second base, but he did. We talked about how that turf was going to be wet for everybody out there. A couple of bounces and a roll on that turf. Amazingly enough, Joey Gallo comes up firing and throws a strike. But a good piece of hitting from Marwin Gonzalez, staying down on that slider, and he had every intention of going 2 until then.
Good play by Gallo, who doesn't play a whole lot of outfield. Called strike to Derek Fisher. Just his 9th start out there in left field. On the ground, Odor to his left, and it's through his legs for an error. Fisher reaches base. Field is slick, but that was a play the like to see your second baseman make.
He did not get in a good position to field this ball. You see his body angled towards that right field corner. Didn't square up at all. But when you try and field the ball to the side like that, you have a tendency to get eaten up by some of those hops. Took a decent angle, just didn't get himself in front of that baseball.
That is the 14th error charged to Rougned Odor. So here's J.D. Davis. Fisher a threat to run. Davis swings at the first pitch and grounds it to Beltre. Beltre to Odor, and his throw is low, and staying on the bag is Mike Napoli. At least for now, that's what they think. A.J. Hinch wants to take another look. Davis on the first pitch grounds it on one hop to Adrian Beltre. The Odor throw was low. Did Napoli stay on the bag? Yes, he did. That'll end the inning. So a single, an error, and a double play. Let's go places. By Jack in the Box. Come try the new really big chicken sandwich combo for only $3.99 for a limited time only. And by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Bottom half of the second inning. Astros and Rangers after a 21-minute rain delay. And a later start tonight, if you're just joining us, there was a ceremony before the game. Ivan Pudge Rodriguez honored here in Arlington, just like Jeff Bagwell was back at Minute Maid Park following inductions into baseball's Hall of Fame as Joey Gallo leads things off and fouls one to the screen. It's a 1-1 count. Good August for Gallo. 7 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a .323 batting average. Did have an 0 for 4 last night to snap a hitting streak. It's 2-1. Myers walked 2 in the first inning, but got out of trouble with a great double play turned by Jose Altuve as Gallo now evens up the count at 2 apiece. Just outside, ball 3, 3-2. Ball 4. Fiers has walked 3 of the first 5 batters he has faced tonight. We're lucky to be a part of this. We've seen Jeff Bagwell be honored just last weekend, and now 1 week later, time for Ivan Pudge Rodriguez.
Yeah, he did a good job. It's nice to honor these guys, having his number retired here in the Texas Rangers Stadium. Joining Nolan Ryan, late manager Johnny Oates. I thought this was pretty cool. Instead of throwing out the first pitch to Robbie Alomar, they moved Robbie out to second base, and Pudge still got that arm, made it all the way to second base.
This pitch hits Carlos Gomez. I guess it shouldn't be a shot. Gomez has been hit by 13 pitches, and Fiers leads the American League in hit by pitches. So you had quite a combination. And on the first pitch, breaking ball catches Gomez.
Ex-teammates, they were also traded over to the Houston Astros together. A two-seam fastball running up and in. Also important to notice that Carlos Gomez does have that protective face mask on that helmet. Mike Fiers is the one that got up into the jaw of Giancarlo Stanton.
It was a fastball, not a breaking ball. 12th time that Fiers has hit a batter this year. That's the most in the American League and the second most in the majors. And that's the 14th time that Gomez has been hit by a pitch. So 3 walks and a hit batsman of the first 6 batters that Fiers has faced tonight. Here's Rougned Odor. He's around a bunt and takes a strike. Odor an 0 for 13 and 2 for 27 slump, has that average sitting at 213 as we start play tonight. Oh, and 2 the count. Gallo on second with a walk. Gomez on first after being hit by a pitch. Lofted into left. Fisher is there. Puts it away for the first out. That'll bring up Mike Napoli. A lot of guys towards their bottom of the order with big home run numbers. Odor 24, Napoli 22, but the batting averages for those two respectively at 213 and 199. Napoli hitting 118 over his last 10 games. Big swing, foul back. It's 0-1.
It's a good pitch to hit. It's now 4 straight games for Mike Fiers with at least 3 walks.
This one coming early. Walking 3 of the first 5 batters. But ahead of the count, 0-2 on Napoli. Astros coming into this game still own the best road record in baseball, but they have seen that road record take a big hit, having lost 6 in a row. They are now 38 and 19 and in danger of their first losing road trip of the season. They have to win the next 4 to split. In the dirt, it's 1-2. Fiers wearing number 54, the 1999 Houston Astros. Same road jersey they had in 97 and 98. Nobody wore 54 in 99. John Halama, big left-hander, Ward in '98. And Oscar Enriquez, Ward in '97. Bringing back the '99 jerseys for the Rangers and the Astros on this Ivan Pudge Rodriguez night of celebration, honoring his induction into the Hall of Fame. Pudge winning the MVP. Rangers winning the AL West for the 3rd time in 4 years. Napoli goes down swinging. So fires after a walk and a hit batsman, gets a fly ball and a strikeout, 2 away.
There's that split change from Mike Fiers. Effective pitch after throwing a couple of fastballs and breaking balls to Mike Napoli.
Brett Nicholas, the batter. Good stop by Centeno. He moved well on that pitch in the dirt down by Nicholas's feet. 1-0. Two runners on, 2 outs. Astros had 2 different runners on the first 2 innings. Same with the Texas Rangers in their first 2 innings. Nicholas goes around. It's 1-1. Then umpire is Lance Barksdale. The appeal was to Bill Welke, crew chief. Nicholas 2 for 14 with the Rangers this year. It's a high fly ball deep to right field. Reddick back, and this ball is gone. Off the facade of the upper deck. Brett Nicholas hits a 3-run home run to give the Texas Rangers a 3-0 lead.
Punched out Mike Napoli with that split change. He may have hung that split change right here to Nicholas. Put it on a tee and it got crushed.
It's the 3rd career home run for Brett Nicholas. Well, the home run, making it a 3-0 game. That's now 6 home runs in the last 4 starts allowed by Fiers. And if you take it further than that, 9 home runs over his last 7. 9 home runs over his last 7 after a string of 7 games without a home run. And it's 1-1 on Shin-Soo Choo.
Some self-inflicted damage. Yeah, it was a mistake pitch, but at the same time, scoreboard reads 3 runs, 1 hit.
It's been a bit of a problem throwing strikes in this game for Mike. He already walked Shin-Soo Choo, Nomar Mazara, and Joey Gallo. Carlos Gomez was hit by a pitch. There's a line drive towards right, coming on Josh Reddick. Short hops in front of Reddick. Good job keeping the ball near him, and Choo on with a single.
Pretty good job of Josh Reddick trying to pick up his pitcher Mike Fiers by laying out. Almost came up with that grab just off the end of the glove, but with him keeping it near him, he's able to pop back up and get that ball to second base before Choo can advance.
Just needed that ball to stay in the air for a split second longer. The glove's got a decent amount of moisture in it. Runner on first with 2 outs, and Elvis Andrus the batter. He hits the ball towards Altuve, and Jose is there to put it away for the final out. But a 3-run home run hit by the catcher Brett Nicholas, and it's 3-0 Rangers.
stint in the majors this season. Every time he's in there, he's doing something to help this club out. In his first 2 games, he homered and then came up in the second time around, and he had his first career walk-off hit. That was Sunday. Big win for the Astros then, and he's back in there tonight. Had 2 hits, I should say, on his 4th game for the Astros, but in there again tonight, hoping to help the club every time he has the opportunity. And guys, he grew up in Puerto Rico. Guess who he watched as a kid growing up? There's a lot of Benji Molina, he will tell you that, but admired Pudge Rodriguez, the fellow Puerto Rican, and loved the way that he was short and stocky and had the same build that Juan did. So he watched his every move, trying to pick up some things on how to become a great catcher.
All right, Julia, we've already seen Centeno throw behind a runner at first base. That was something you got accustomed to watching Pudge through the years. Centeno grounds out to first base unassisted to start the 3rd inning. Rangers out to a 3-0 lead. Astros have trailed early in all but 1 game so far on this road trip. They had a 2-0 lead in the final game in Chicago before the White Sox would tie it at 2 and win in extra innings. Seems like this road trip they've been playing come from behind baseball early on, as Rougned Odor on 1 hop retires George Springer. Tyson Ross a couple of groundouts. Centeno and Springer in this inning. Here's Josh Reddick. He grounded back to the mound his first time up. They did not credit Reddick with a sacrifice. He tried to bunt. They ruled that he was bunting for a hit, even though he moved the runner Springer over to second. Pitch down low for Josh. It's 1-0.
It's kind of tired. Guarantee you, if the guy was wearing a white uniform and did that, it'd be a sacrifice bunt.
Kind of fits though in the A.J. Hinch mode. He doesn't bunt a lot. He has the fewest sacrifices as a manager in baseball and the most runs scored.
Maybe AJ called up and said, don't give him a sack bunt because it'll go on my record.
It'll look bad. Here's a ground ball towards first. Bobbled by Napoli, but he tosses to Ross. And Tyson has a 6th pitch. Top half of the 3rd inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros.
Rangers are leading 3-0 over the Astros, and tonight's Texas Auto Diamond King is Ivan Pudge Rodriguez in that Astros uniform in 2009. Hit his 300th career home run. Very cool moment for him. Watch the fist pump coming around second base. Pretty easy to get the ball back with that guy in Wrigley Field, disregarding the fact he might have gotten some memorabilia in return. But a proud moment for him, homering off Rich Harden in Wrigley Field.
Who does he high-five here coming into the dugout?
It was a cool moment for me, too.
Up the high 10. Nice, Blummer.
Yeah, it was very cool. It's nice to be around for those moments. You play long enough and be around some guys that are putting up some Hall of Fame numbers. Get to see some monumental moments.
He was with the Astros most of that 2009 season, and then in August traded back for his second stint with the Rangers. Enjoyed your time with him?
Absolutely. And it's kind of funny in the move from San Clemente to Houston. Got a box, you know, my wife wishes I had one box of bats, but I've got several boxes of bats. And in one of them is a Pudge Rodriguez bat. And I was kind of scuffling at the time, and I was just going around grabbing bats, and I said, "Hey, Pudge, your bat feels pretty good." He goes, "Go for it." So I took it, used it in a couple games, got a knock, and then eventually it ended up in my attic. Kind of cool.
There you go. Tonight he was honored before the game. It's now 3-1 to Mazzara, leading off the bottom of the third. Mike Fiers has already walked 3 and hit a batter. He has thrown 25 strikes and 21 balls of his first 46 pitches. In the air, center field, Springer puts it away.
What else is great about Pudge is the 20,347 in the third innings caught. He also, when he was with the Astros, set the all-time games caught record right here in Arlington in a ball game. So I got to witness that also. Pretty amazing stuff.
He was a guy, when you went into a series, as you look at the caught stealing percentage, you look at it, that he was a guy that changed the way you played.
Oh, he shut down. You get to first base, you just dropped anchor. Because you know what? You get down after the scouting report said Pudge will throw at any base, anytime. You would actually get on first base, and your first base coach would say, "Don't get off too far."
We already saw Centeno throw behind a runner at first base, and you mentioned now Julia, or you mentioned, we heard with Julia how Juan Centeno really idolized Pudge. Felt like he was the same kind of size as Pudge. And here he is at the Major League level on a night where they honor Ivan Rodriguez. Cool moment for Juan Centeno. 1-1 the count to Beltre. Adrian grounded into a double play his first time up. Really nice turn by Jose Altuve on that play. He had to make a jump throw at second to get Beltre.
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. I think the best part about the Hall of Fame weekend with Jeff Bagwell, Pudge, and Tim Raines is when Baggy said that he's the tallest
That's right.
inductee going in that year.
He came in with the right class.
Oh, that was beautiful. Baggy listed at 6 foot. I looked up Pudge Rodriguez and Tim Raines. Pudge listed at 5'9", and The Rock was at 5'8". Towered over him.
Fiers had walked 2 in the first inning. Was able to get that inning-ending double play off the bat of Beltre. But then a 3-run home run by Brett Nicholas. And that's where we stand now, 3-0. Into right field, and that'll be a base hit to right. Hit number 3011 for Adrian Beltre. So he breaks the tie. He's now 28th on his own. Next up on the hit list will be Rafael Palmeiro, 9 away. Julia?
Hey guys, as Pudge Rodriguez's number was being retired, a lot of Astros watching. Mike Fiers probably focusing in the zone, but he has a good memory of Pudge. He grew up in South Florida, Fiers did, close to Miami. That was the closest MLB ballpark next to him, and he was actually there in 2003 NLDS, the famous play, Pudge getting run over at home plate, hanging under the throw by Jeff Conine there. Send the Marlins to the NLCS over the Giants. Fiers was in left field with some friends. His career, he's starting to get really serious about his baseball career. It's one of his best moments as a fan before he actually became a professional player, guys.
What a cool moment for Fiers to witness in person. Miss those days, collisions at home plate.
Oh yeah,
some of the best moments in baseball.
You could just feel the energy start to ramp up and focus on home plate.
Pudge was going nowhere.
How about to end the ball game? It's unbelievable.
1-0 pitch is sent high in the air, foul. It's 1-1. Beltre, 28 by himself now. A longtime Ranger Rafael Palmeiro is next on the hit list.
He was just rattling off the numbers to Marwin right there. He was naming them.
Gallo down to the count 1-2. Beltre still in his late 30s, started his career at a very young age with the Los Angeles Dodgers as a teenager.
Still playing third base.
Still playing third base.
A very effective third base too.
Playing third base well. He just turned 38 earlier this year. He was a little less than 2 years younger than Carlos Beltran. Down and in to Gallo. It's 2-2. Ball ripped to the second baseman Altuve, and that's a double play. Gallo, who doesn't hit into many double plays, that's one of the chances you have to turn a double play on him, have him hit a line drive right at an infielder, and Altuve makes the turn.
Live plus a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions do apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
We head to the fourth inning. Astros with just one hit so far. Jose Altuve leads off. He walked his first time up. It's Altuve, Carlos Beltran, Alex Bregman. Astros down 3-0 as we play in the fourth. Ross with a breaking ball for a called strike. It's 1-1. Ross, when healthy and when effective, is getting a lot of ground balls. In fact, other than Dallas Keuchel, he had the highest ground ball rate the last 3 seasons. This year has not been getting the ground ball as efficiently. Part of the reason why his numbers were inflated coming into this start. Ross has made 7 previous starts and has an ERA coming into tonight right around 7.5, 7.52. Also walking a lot of batters. Not getting a ton of strikeouts. Tonight he walked 2 in the first inning. Tries to get Altuve to chase, and no swing, says first base umpire Stu Sherwater. 2-2 the count.
You make the call. Possible.
Yeah, I could have rung him up. Quite a at-bat last night and quite a scenario. Jeff Bannister came out to the mound at the end of the game, 2 outs, 2 on. Tying runs on. Altuve, the go-ahead run at the plate. He elected to stay with his soft-tossing left-hander Alex Claudio. And Claudio made it pay off as he was able to strike out Altuve on a 3-2 pitch to end the game. Inside to Altuve, and he draws another walk. Oh, Ross walks his 3rd of the night. In his 4 starts in July, Ross walked 14 batters. Average of 3.5 walks per start. Here's Carlos Beltran. That's why the blister did not necessarily come at a bad time for Ross. He was kind of working on some things and was able to take some time off, get a breather, make a couple of rehab starts. And now he's back at the big league level, making his 8th start of the year. Beltran in and out of the Rangers dugout. It's 1-1. Carlos struck out his first time up. Not a lot of starts for Tyson Ross against the Astros, just the 2nd of his career. First came in late April of the 2015 season. Went 5 innings in that start, allowed 4 earned runs. Evan Gattis hit a 2-run home run in that game. There goes Altuve. The pitch is down and in. Altuve safe at second base. And Jose picks up stolen base number 26 on the year.
Good pitch to run off. Not the greatest of jumps, but with it down and in, it was tough for Nicholas to pick that up and get a strong throw off to second base.
Just the Astros' 2nd runner in scoring position tonight. The other was Springer in the 1st inning. Ross, a big guy at 6'6", sometimes takes him a while to unfurl on that delivery, even out of the stretch, and he can be run on. Opponents are now 7 for 7 against him. Into center field off the bat of Beltran, sending Gomez back towards the track. Altuve is going to tag. He will easily get to 3rd. Carlos hit it deep enough to advance Jose Altuve, who's there with 1 out. So that'll bring up Alex Bregman. Bregman, a 13-game hitting streak, flied to right his first time up. Astros down 3-0. Rangers will concede an out on a ground ball as their infield is back.
It's good to see a runner at third base, less than 2 out for the Houston Astros, because they have had some trouble with the wrist on this road trip.
Called strike to Bregman.
Currently sitting at 3 for 29 with runners in scoring position. Oof.
Part of the reason they're 0-4 on this trip. 1-1 the count. Walk, stolen base, and a fly ball to center has put Altuve at third with one away. Called strike on the corner, 1-2. Line drive, base hit, left center field. The hit streak is alive, and the Astros have their first run of the game. RBI single by Alex Bregman. It's now 3-1 Texas.
Nice piece of hitting by Alex Bregman again. He's been swinging the bat very well and coming up in a clutch spot. Pitch backed up, but what Alex Bregman has done so well is, for me, is recognizing pitches, being patient, trusting the hands, and really letting that ball travel and get to him before he unleashes.
Just watching his demeanor at the plate. 1-1 pitch was a good pitch. It was on the corner. And he just kind of stood there and went, all right, it's 1-2. The way he's going right, I can't remember the last time he struck out.
He is in the no panic zone.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez. I'm looking through my games, and I can't, unless I've overlooked an at-bat, I can't find an at-bat where Bregman struck out in the last week or 10 days.
All right, I'll look it up.
You look it up. It just seems like he is hitting at any count with so much confidence. Found one against Justin Verlander, but that was a long time ago.
It was on the 30th of July.
That was the last one?
Last one was on the 30th of July.
How about that?
How about a thank you?
Up top. Good job, partner.
Teamwork.
So here we are almost 2 weeks later, and Alex Bregman continues to make contact in every AB. Including that line drive single on the 1-2 pitch. Marwin at the plate. He's been much better at making contact this year. Singled his first time up. Tried to stretch a single into a double. Joey Gallo made a nice play to cut the ball off and was able to get Marwin hung up between first and second. Marwin fouls one back. Gets 1-1. July 30th for Bregman. Good for him.
So coming into this game, how many ABs? Got 2 ABs already. So he has not punched out in his last 43 at bats.
Oh my goodness. With a lot of damage too.
Absolutely. In that time, he's hit 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. OPS is at 1192, not including today.
Inside for a ball. It's 2-1. Alex just looks locked in, and appreciate those numbers to help prove it out.
It's fun to look that stuff up.
We showed you in his first at bat, Marwin's done a lot of damage against this Rangers team this year in a hitter's count here. Chops one past Ross. Andrews comes in, only has the one play. Low throw. Marwin out on the pick by Napoli. AJ may take another peek at this. Bregman moves to second with 2 away.
That was a heck of a pick by Mike Napoli. It's a fast, wet track out there right now. The pickup. Andrews standing straight up, but an in-between hop. Might have rattled around in there a little bit, but a good pick.
So no challenge by the Astros. Napoli a nice job at first. Wet surface, anything you can do as an infielder to
keep it low. That's the only opportunity you have right there, is just hopefully if it's low you can get the pick out of it. Either that or you're out there trying to throw a palm ball, just trying to get a good grip. You go out there and just take a dab off of Josh Reddick's hat, and you should be in good shape.
There you go. Pitch up high to Derek Fisher. So both infielders and outfielders, same advice. Just keep the throws low to keep him from sailing with that wet baseball. Fisher reached on an error by Rougned Odor, his first time up. This one is inside and it clips Derek Fisher. That puts runners on first and second.
Just got to get that jersey. I got the belt buckle.
Got to bring up J.D. Davis. He grounded into a double play his first time up. J.D. having a great year in the minor league so far in his young big league career. He's 1 for 12. Chance to drive in his first run at the major league level. 2 on, 2 outs. J.D. into right field. Mazara going back, and this ball will be off the wall. Bregman will score. Being waved around third is Fisher. The relay throw by Odor is in time, out at home plate. Astros get 1 on the RBI double by J.D. Davis. His first major league run batted in, but Fisher thrown out. Mazara to Odor to Nicholas, and the Astros are out in the 4th. 3-2 game. RBI.
Did a good job going the other way. 2-out lightning trying to happen right there. Derek Fisher starting from first base, trying to come all the way around. Aggressive send by Gary Pettis. Just a better relay.
Gomez, who was hit by a pitch his first time up, swings at the first offering here in the bottom of the 4th and flies out to center field, 1 away. So the Astros getting 2 back in the top half of the 4th inning. RBI single by Alex Bregman and an RBI double by J.D. Davis. Mike Fiers now down 3-2, facing Rougned Odor. Odor flied out to left his first time up. At the knees, a called strike, 0-1. Fisher on the way back towards the track, reaches up and makes the play. pretty well hit the opposite way by Odor, sending Derek Fisher to the track, but out number 2.
A reminder as you enjoy a cold one to look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lights.
Two outs, bases cleared. Mike Napoli, the batter. Napoli struck out his first time up. Mike Fiers has 2 strikeouts so far. He's allowed 3 walks and has hit a batter. And all 3 runs coming on 1 swing. Brett Nicholas with a 3-run home run, the number 9 hitter. There is the Rangers catcher who did all the damage with 1 swing. And this ball is hit high and deep to left field. This is a towering home run. Into the seats and left. Mike Napoli, his 23rd home run of the year. And the Rangers now with a 4-2 lead.
It's now 3 straight games that Mike Fiers has given up multiple home runs. Last 3 starts, 6 home runs. That was a hanging breaking ball. Napoli with that massive uppercut gets underneath that breaking ball and launches it high and deep.
Rangers are second to the Astros in home runs in the major leagues. They are an all or nothing team. They're also 28th out of 30 teams in terms of strikeouts. They strike out more than everybody but 2 other teams. Astros, meanwhile, don't strike out at all by comparison. They are the best team in terms of the fewest strikeouts. Nicholas hitting a 3-run home run. It's his first home run of the year. Hit a couple with the Rangers last year in 15 games.
Nicholas's home run, 100.8 miles an hour off the bat. The one that Napoli just hit at a 42-degree launch angle was launched at 106.8 miles an hour.
That was up in the air a long time.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if I can look it up real quick. Get that thing on an apex out high. 154 feet at the top of the arc. Woo! It's getting it done.
Pitch away. It's 2-2. Well, the segment of the bottom third of the order has been the toughest for Fiers this year. They have the highest batting average and highest slugging percentage against Fiers. 7, 8, 9 hitters. That's proven out tonight with Nicholas and Napoli hitting home runs. Derek Fisher calls off everybody and makes the play for the final out. Solo home run by Napoli makes it 4-2.
When you came off that rough road trip, you knew this week would be tough. Here's a payoff. He struck him out. Game is over. Astros win. Astros beat the Dodgers. It's another Central Division crown for the Houston Astros. And let the fun begin.
Our league leaders, presented by Houston Methodist, the 1999 National League Central champs, your Houston Astros. That was 3 straight years, 97, 98, 99. Central Division champs. Jeff Bagwell came in runner-up in MVP voting that year. I believe Hampy had a couple of wins. They ended up losing in the National League Division Series to the New York Mets in 4 games. Jeff Bannister's not happy about our 99 throwback unis, huh?
No. Didn't want us to celebrate that 3rd straight NL Central crown.
I think this goes back to the check swing.
Stu Sherwater at first base. And now conversation taken up by the crew chief, Bill Welke. Well, Jeff Bannister having a little argument there. We'll see if he settles into the dugout. He does, so he's still in the game. But he and Sherwater having a little discussion before this inning started. As Juan Centeno will lead things off. Quite a run wearing these road uniforms, 97, 98, 99 for the Houston Astros.
Trying to bring back some of that good mojo.
The Astros have, since game 34 of the season, so 81 games ago, they have had the best record in franchise history every one of those games. Games 34, 35, all the way on through games 115, which was last night. So that's exactly half a season where they have erased all the other teams in franchise history out of the record books. Right now, with this current losing streak, they are 2 games better than both the 98 and 99 teams, who were 69 and 46 at this point, where the Astros are 71 and 44. Centeno strikes out. That is the first strikeout for Tyson Ross since the first inning, his second in the game. Julia?
Hey, it's time to show you our Chevy Stroh poll tonight. Your favorite memory from 1999. Make sure and vote at ATT Sportsnet SW. It was a Baggy's second 30-30 year that he had. He played in all 162 that year. Mike Hampton came through with 22 wins. Billy Wagner led all relievers with an ERA. The 3rd straight division title in the final year of the Astrodome. Let us know. We'll tell you who wins later in the broadcast.
Thank you, Julia. Pitch misses inside to Springer. It's 1-0. George has walked and grounded out. George, of course, wearing number 4, the 1999 team. Carlos Hernandez, the infielder, wore number 4. Astros had a couple of Carlos Hernandez in team history.
I misspoke. They said that they lost to the NLDS to the New York Mets. They actually lost to the Atlanta Braves in 4 games.
1-2 the count. The Open Star Road unis were also worn with the 4 jersey by Mitch Molesky in 98. Tony Pena and Pat Listash wore this road jersey in 97. And 94 through 96, a little variation of the Open Star, where it was inside the letter O, the second O in Houston, as a ground out to Rougned Odor for out number 2. So 2 outs and nobody on. So go back to 99, Bagwell and Everett. It's a pretty good combo.
Was in 99, putting up some mad numbers. Carl Lever got some MVP votes back then, right around that 15, 16. There were actually quite a few Astros. One of them on that MVP voting was Billy Wagner, that 1.57 ERA, #1 amongst relievers.
Josh Reddick with a 1-0 count. Astros fans might be surprised to learn who wore 22
I was just looking at that too.
in the 1999 season.
I'd be even more surprised to hear why he didn't wear the number you think he wore.
He eventually would go to 17 for the rest of his career. Nobody has worn it since. Lance Berkman wore 22 that year.
Crazy, because Randy Knorr of all people had 17.
Ground ball towards first, Napoli to Ross, and that'll do it. Halfway home with the Rangers leading the Astros 4-2 as we head to the bottom half of the 5th. That is presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by the all-new 2017 Nissan Titan with America's best limited truck warranty. See dealer for warranty details. On we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. 4-2 game. Shin-Soo Choo, who's been on base a couple of times with a walk and a single, leads things off. It'll be Choo, Andrews, and Nomar Mazara. 1, 2, 3, top of the order for the Rangers. Mike fires a couple of home runs. That's allowed 4 runs so far. 3-run shot by Brett Nicholas and a solo home run by Mike Napoli. The 8 and 9 hitters doing some damage in the Rangers order tonight. 2-0 the count. 3-0. Inside ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Choo walked his first time up. That's now 4 walks issued by Fires. He walked 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and now a leadoff walk in the 5th. Here's Elvis Andrus. Three-hit game yesterday. He's up to 40 multi-hit games. Jose Altuve has 46 to lead the way in the American League. Want to know the count. Andrews tied with 3 others with 40. 6 multi-hit games behind him. Altuve, Jose Abreu, Corey Dickerson, Eric Hosmer all have 40 multi-hit games. There goes Chu. Centeno's throw is a strong one, but Chu beats the throw. He's now 10 of 12 in the stolen base department. He's in scoring position with nobody out.
Great throw. It's pretty close. There we go. Good release, quick tag. Foot looks like it snuck in there. AJ Hinch agrees. Going to continue play.
So with that, we see a little bullpen action for the first time tonight. Francisco Liriano begins to toss in Astros bullpen. Fires 4 hits and 4 walks allowed as we play in the 5th. Ball hit hard down the left field line, and this is a foul ball. Hook just foul down the left field line. Andrews missing out on a double.
Thankfully, a couple of feet foul.
On the ground, Bregman backhands, throws to third. They have hit the runner Chu. Everybody's safe. Bregman's only shot was to try and make the play at third. And now runners on the corners with nobody out.
And trying to make the play, it looks like he darted Chu right in the back of the neck. If you're playing out in the sandlot, this might be an out. But here in the show, it doesn't count. Good effort moving to his left. J.D. Davis on the inside of the diamond. Not really lined up to catch it, so may have lucked out with that ball squaring up Chu right in the back.
Where do you want the third baseman to be there?
On the outside. Put that right foot on the bag, make a good target. But I'm not entirely sure that J.D. Davis was anticipating that throw.
A.J. Hinch out of the dugout. Liriano had been warming up. Rangers have 2 of the 3 next hitters left-handed hitters, and Fire's night is over. So 2 batters into the 5th. Mike Fiers out. Left-hander Francisco Liriano in. We'll tell you more about Liriano when we come back. For the 5th inning. Join the Astros for movie night on Thursday, August 17th. Fans can stay after the early game and watch The Sandlot on El Grande. They can even watch the movie from the field if you get a VIP package. You can find out more information by visiting astros.com/movie night. Mike Fiers' last 4 innings plus 2 batters into the 5th, responsible for the 2 runners on. And A.J. Hinch goes to his veteran left-hander out of the pen, Francisco Liriano.
Newest acquisition for the Houston Astros. Making a relief appearance. Probably going to be asked to go multiple innings here for the Astros. Those were his numbers on the season. Most of them coming in starts with the Toronto Blue Jays. Last outing August 9th against the Chicago White Sox. He only went 2/3 of an inning, giving up a hit and a walk through 17 pitches.
All of his appearances this year with the Blue Jays starts, 18 of them. All of his appearances since coming to the Astros have been out of the bullpen. Still looking for that rhythm out of the bullpen. He admitted it was a challenge trying to get used to pitching out of the bullpen again, even though he has done it at various points of his career, including the postseason. Facing the left-hand hitting Nomar Mazara. Shin-Soo Choo at third, Elvis Andrus at first. And the pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Astros searching for somebody out of the pen that can consistently get out left-handers. Jeff Bannister's lineup goes righty, lefty, righty all the way through, starting with a left-hand hitter. So 2 out of every 3 hitters will be lefties when you start at this point in the lineup with a lefty. And there's a pitch inside for a ball. 2-0. Mazara has walked and flied out to center. Liriano has gone 1/3 of an inning, 2/3 of an inning, and 2/3 of an inning in his 3 relief appearances for the Astros, and he's walked at least 1 in all 3 of those appearances. Down the count, 3-0 on Mazara. There's a called strike. Nomar thought he may have drawn the walk, but Lance Barksdale brings him back to the plate. It's 3-1. Slowly hit towards short. Bregman off balance throw. It's wide, and a nice play at first by Marwin, coming off the bag and making the tag. Run scores for the Rangers on the ground out. Choo crosses the plate. It's now a 5-2 Texas lead.
There's been some tough plays out there. Astros defense looking for a little bit harder hit ground ball to turn 2 on, but that's a heck of a play by Alex Bregman, ranging to his right. Throwing back across his body. The ball sailed a little bit on him, but Marwin Gonzalez picked him up with the catch and tag.
So now here's Beltre. Adrian Beltre grounding into a double play and singling to right. Beltre has that average up to an even 300 on the season. Takes a strike from Liriano, 0-1. Another one on the inside corner for strike 2. Beltre has faced Liriano 34 times in his career. Ball hit well to left field. That's a fair ball down the line towards the corner. Scoring easily will be Andrews. Into second base goes Beltre. And the Rangers tack on to their lead. It's now 6-2. Laureano able to get ahead 0-2 on Beltre, but then Adrian picking up career hit number 3012.
Rangers really taking advantage of the Astros limping into this series.
Here's Joey Gallo. Mike Fiers' numbers on the night. The book is closed. It's not the line he was hoping for. It's 4 tough starts in a row for Fiers. He goes 4 innings plus 2 batters tonight. In those 4 innings, he allows 6 runs on 5 hits and 4 walks. He has also not received a whole lot of help from his bullpen this year. He's had 18 runners left on after he's left the mound, and 9 of those 18 have come around to score.
It's a tough number for a starting pitcher to swallow right there.
Pitch hits Joey Gallo. Rangers fans have already seen Carlos Gomez hit by a pitch. Derek Fisher was hit by a pitch for the Astros, and now Joey Gallo hit. First and second, 1 out. Just by comparison to the 9 inherited runs that have scored against Fiers' line amongst 18 he's left on, Brad Peacock has left 13 runners on when he's left the mound, and only 1 of them have scored. The Astros and the Rangers bullpens have allowed the highest percentage of inherited runs to score in the American League. Here's Carlos Gomez. Hit by a pitch, scored a run, flied out to center. This one hits him. Gomez hit for the 2nd time tonight, for the 15th time this season. Back-to-back hit batsman. Laureano missed with a slider.
Trying to bust Carlos Gomez inside. They've been trying to do it all year long too, but this one's going to leave a little bit more of a mark. Ouch.
James Hoyt, who was effective in last night's game, starting to warm up in the Astros bullpen. Laureano got behind Nomar Mazara 3-0, was able to get him to ground out. And then a double allowed to Adrian Beltre, and then back-to-back hit batters Gallo and Gomez. Everybody wearing the Pudge tribute socks tonight. Gomez and Rougned Odor at least showing him off. French Strom out to talk to the left-hander Francisco Liriano. Well, it has not appeared that Liriano has yet to find that comfort zone in terms of warming up and being ready to go when he comes out of the bullpen.
Yeah, there's an issue with the mechanics. And again, as a starting pitcher, you get loose, you come out, what do? You immediately start out of the windup. There's some continuity, there's some rhythm, there's some routine to it. Moving him out of that starting rotation, and you talked about it, he has pitched out of that bullpen. It's going to be a little bit of a transition for him making that adjustment. But you're seeing him come into situations with runners on base. So he's immediately, instead of going what the normal routine is out of the windup, he is now coming in and pitching out of that stretch position.
He had only hit 2 batters all year prior to hitting back-to-back hitters, Joey Gallo and Carlos Gomez. So in 84 2/3 innings, he had hit 2 batters, and now 2 in a row. Bases are loaded. Rougned Odor, the batter.
You know, I'm not trying to belabor the point, but Liriano is obviously having a tough time throwing strikes. On the season, he is throwing pitches inside the strike zone 39.3% of the time. The major league average is 45%.
Been a tough season for the veteran Francisco Liriano. The Astros hoping to get him turned around in the bullpen. It has not yet worked out in his 4 appearances. Odor fouls one out of play. Popped in the air center field. Beltre's on third. Springer with a good arm in center. Here comes Beltre. The throw will be out at home plate. What a throw by George from center. And that will end the inning. George Springer gunning down Adrian Beltre at home plate.
George does a phenomenal job of getting himself in position to make this throw home. That was a great throw home. They are going to take a look at this. Initially, from our angle, I thought that they had gotten the front foot. This would be a good look at. I thought they got that front foot, but I wonder if he got him on the behind before that trail leg hit the plate. They're going to review this.
There will be a review on the play at the plate. And home plate, it was ruled by Lance Barksdale that the runner Beltre was out on the throw by Springer, and now they'll go to New York.
I initially thought he got that front foot, but with him pulling it away.
Now what do you think? I don't know if there's enough to overturn it.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough to overturn it either, because that back foot of Adrian Beltre kind of popped off the ground when he went down.
There has to be an angle that shows definitively that Adrian Beltre was able to avoid that initial tag and get his foot on the plate before Centeno's glove caught him.
We talk about all the accolades that George Springer brings to the table as far as offense is concerned. Hit that big home run last night. He's also an asset out there in the outfield, playing a very good center field throughout this season. But the fact that he put himself in such a good position to make that play makes you appreciate George even more.
Close play at the plate. Initial call was out. One of those that might end up standing. I'm not sure if there's enough to overturn this. And he is out. George Springer ends up throwing out Adrian Beltre to wrap up the inning. Ends up being a double play. to fall here in Arlington. Tonight's fan cam brought to you by GulloAuto.com. Astros fans making the trek to Arlington tonight and through the weekend. Watching a little Astros baseball, trying to get this thing turned around. It's been a rough road trip for the team out of H-Town as they have lost the first 4 and are down tonight by the score of 6-2. They had a lot to cheer about last time the Astros were in town, when Houston was in the midst of winning 11 straight on the road, and they swept the Texas Rangers in that series. That was back in the beginning of May. Altuve swings and pops one up. Beltre drops it. Foul territory. What is going on? Adrian Beltre.
You never see that from Adrian. The rain?
Blame it on the rain.
He's just Milli Vanilli this one. Wow. That was crazy. The wind does blow quite a bit here at Arlington. He swirls around, but he is, yeah, that's the thing. And it really didn't look like he panicked until it was maybe 5 feet above him. Oh my gosh, the emotional roller coaster that kid was just on. Wow. Well, yeah.
Foul ball.
And then the, whew.
Thank goodness that was a foul ball. Altuve down to the count 0-2. That series here in Arlington with the Astros sweeping was beginning of June. They played the Rangers in Houston beginning of May. That's a high fly ball to the left. But Gallo has room on the warning track. Hit pretty well by Altuve. Jose retired for the first time tonight after a couple of walks. Tyson Ross so far pitching pretty well, coming back from the DL, allowing 2 runs. Now dealing with Carlos Beltran with 1 out and nobody on. Carlos has struck out and flied out. Carlos slashes the other way, and that will drop just foul. Carlos wearing the number 15. Last time with the Astros Open Star Road uniforms like this in the 97 through 99 stretch, that was worn by Richard Hidalgo.
Dímelo, Doggy.
Hidalgo saw his record of extra base hits in consecutive games tied by the guy on deck, Alex Bregman, at 10.
Doggy could hit some bombs. He's a strong man.
That ball's hit well, but foul. That's way up in the air and deep. That's an area you don't anticipate getting a foul ball. See the raindrops falling a little bit. Certainly not nearly as hard as when we had a 21-minute rain delay in the bottom of the first. Outside, 2-2. Astros down 6-2. Last night they tried to come from behind, down 6-0. That was close. Beltran gets the benefit of that call. It's 3-2.
Ross has some run on that fastball, trying to get in through the front door.
Carlos had a big double in that game last night as part of the comeback attempt. Astros scoring 4 in the 8th and putting the tying runs on in the 9th. In the air, left center field, Gomez, Gallo. It is Gomez who is there for out number 2. 5 in a row retired by Ross.
Enjoy Budweiser happy hour at the Brew House on Friday, August 18th before the Astros take on the A's. Happy hour includes $6 Budweiser signature draft beers, food specials, music, and games. Visit Astros.com to get tickets now.
Bregman will bat. He continued his hitting streak with an RBI his last time up and fouls one out of play. Alex 1 for 2 is also flied out to right. Astros have not had a losing road trip all year long, but unless they come back in this game, this will be the first. It's an 8-game trip. They're already 0-4, down 6-2 tonight. Ross ahead of Bregman 0-2.
Tell you what, if we're talking about an Astros team in June, July, down 6-2, yeah, big deal. You knew they were going to come back. They had the attitude. Everything was going right. They were putting together good ABs. But here in recent days, I'm a little more concerned about a 4-run lead than typically.
The runs haven't been coming by the barrel full like they were early in the year when the Astros were averaging 6 runs per game on the road. That average has taken a dip on this road trip. Alex Bregman hit with that 0-2 pitch. We have now seen 5 total hit batsmen in this game. 2 Astros have been hit, Bregman and Fisher. Carlos Gomez has been hit twice, and Joey Gallo was hit. Astros runs per game on the road now is down to 6.61. It was up around 7.2 for a while at their highest moment.
We haven't seen them this bad since April. So far in August, averaging 4.5 runs per game. They averaged 4.48 in April. That April batting average as a team was 272. Right now, coming into this game, 266. Big difference. The pitching was way better early on.
Ground ball gets by Odor. That'll send Bregman to third. And the Astros with a little 2-out rally now with runners on first and third.
Start stringing some hits together, you can change those numbers. When you're going good, you can roll it over and get a bad hop off that lip. Not a bad guy to pick on either. Right off the lip. Jumped up on Odor.
They're going to give Odor an error on that play.
Come on. That's a knock.
Did look like it took a little bit of a bad bounce.
Well, I put a base hit in my scorebook, so there.
Oh, it might be a hit. We'll get an official ruling here. Oh, they charged the second error of the game to Beltre on that pop-up, so it is a hit.
That's right.
Hit for Marwin Gonzalez.
And all is back to normal.
Pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Nicholas. Marwin has 2 of the 4 hits. Here's Derek Fisher with 2 on and 2 outs. Astros trying to cut into this 4-run lead. They were down 3-0 early in this game. Came back with a couple of runs in the 4th. Now they're down 6-2. Bregman hit by a pitch. Marwin Gonzalez with a single past Odor, and now Derek Fisher. Fisher was hit by a pitch his last time up. He reached base for the 19th time in 20 games to start his major league career. Matt Bush, who was the closer until the end of June, warming up in the 6th inning of this game.
He was hot and ready to go at the end of that ball game last night. Now he's up here in the 6th.
3-0. Ross had retired 5 in a row, and he was ahead 0-2 on Alex Bregman. Then he hit him. Fortunate base hit by Marwin Gonzalez as it took a bad hop on Odor. And now it's 3-0 on Fisher. Outside, ball 4. Fisher has reached all 3 times, reached on an error. He was hit by a pitch, and now he draws a walk. And just like that, with 2 outs and nothing going on, the Astros have loaded the bases. And J.D. Davis to the plate. There's a bat behind J.D. Davis. You better be aware of it.
Bat boy trucking back after picking up all the gear from Rich Dower at first base. Drop something.
Oh, J.D. will do his own work.
J.D. Davis got a big 2-out knock last time he was up there.
That was his first RBI.
It's got to feel good for the young man. Maybe open things up a little bit.
He's got an opportunity for a lot more RBIs in this AB. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bregman on third, Marwin on second, Fisher on first. Tyson Ross looks like he's going to work out of the windup with the bases loaded. He will. And he crosses up Nicholas, and he's able to block it. It's 1-0.
That'll make your thumb feel good. Oh.
J.D. Davis has a lot of pop. 21 home runs at the AA level, still leading the Texas League in home runs despite having left that league 3 weeks ago. Also 5 home runs in 16 games at the AAA level. There's a strike. 1-1. Ground ball foul. Now Ross ahead 1-2. Big spot in the game for Tyson Ross. First start back. Coming back from injury. Team giving him a 6-2 lead. Now the bases are loaded, 2 outs in the 6th. Two and two.
Good take.
Way outside, and now the count's full, which means with 2 outs, good speed on first with Derek Fisher. That Fisher, Marwin, and Bregman all get a head start. Ball to the gap could make this a 1-run game.
Young hitter has a chance to have an impact on a team that's going through a rough stretch right here. Have confidence in those hands, have confidence in that strike zone knowledge.
Good take, ball 4. Bases loaded walk issued to the rookie J.D. Davis. And it's now a 6-3 game, and the bases remain loaded. And that brings the manager Jeff Bannister out of the dugout.
It's a big league take right there in a 3-2 count from a rookie who might be trying to think about doing too much. Spits on it. Now he has his first multi-RBI game.
Bases loaded walk for J.D. It's now 6-3. Tyson Ross will leave the game, and we'll tell you about the Rangers reliever after this. have the bases filled. All the tying runs are on base. J.D. Davis getting on with a 3-2 bases loaded walk.
This is more of a mentality thing for me. Watching J.D. Davis, a rookie, you can see the way he flipped the bat away. He knew that was a big AB, but quiet at home plate, understanding the situation, but also not expanding the zone, trying to do too much in a situation where he could have reached out there and punched out. Instead, getting on base, pushes a run across and extends this inning.
Davis with 2 of the 3 runs batted in for the Astros tonight, and now after Tyson Ross leaves the game following his 5th walk, the Rangers go to Matt Bush.
Throws extremely hard. Can be wild at times.
Heavy dose of fastballs, averaging almost 98 miles an hour with the fastball. And he'll face Juan Centeno. Centeno 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out and struck out against Tyson Ross. Astros have been walked 5 times. They've been hit by 2 pitches. And they have 4 hits tonight. Centeno ahead of the count 1-0. Marwin on third. Derek Fisher on second. J.D. Davis on first. A little bit low. It's 2-0. Matt Bush thought that caught the knees.
First one in the zone, second one at the bottom.
Wasn't received really well.
And kind of pushed out of the zone.
Now it's 3-0. Well, the first 2 calls went the Astros' way. Either one of them could have been strikes, and now Bush misses with the 3rd pitch, and he is in danger of walking in another run. Ross walked in a run with the bases loaded. Now 3-0 to Centeno in a 3-run game. Centeno never facing Matt Bush before. There's a strike.
99 miles an hour. The only question is, can he do it again? And if he does, is Centeno ready for it? He's had some big hits for these Astros briefly in his Astro career.
Another 99 for a strike, and the count's full. Well, once again, the merry-go-round will start in this inning with a 3-2 count, and the bases loaded with 2 outs. Foul back.
So it's Pudge retirement of his number 9. If Centeno hits a home run, can I call him Pudge?
Yes.
Okay.
Pudgito.
There we go. May have to look that up.
Pudge was his hero, one of his idols, along with Benji Molina. You heard from Julia earlier. Juan Centeno on this Pudge Rodriguez night in a big moment. How's that one back? Of the Molina brothers, Jose and Yadier. Centeno singling out Benji Molina along with Pudge Rodriguez. Juan born and resides in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. He got ahead 3-0. Bush was able to fire a couple of strikes at 99. A couple of foul balls on 3-2 pitches and forcing Bush to throw strikes. We'll do it into left field. We'll fly ball into left field, and that'll do it for the Astros in the 6th. They leave the bases loaded. They score a run. It's now 6-3.
That ball was crushed off the bat of Mike Napoli. Apex of 154 feet, but 106.8 miles an hour off the bat of Mike Napoli for an estimated 409 feet.
Rangers scoring their first 4 runs on home runs. 3-run shot by Brett Nicholas, his first of the season. Then that solo shot by Mike Napoli, his 23rd of the year. A couple of inherited runs came around to score on the line of Mike Fiers as well, as we head to the 6th inning after Francisco Liriano came on in the 5th. It's now Francis Martez's turn.
Looking to have a clean inning for these Houston Astros. They have yet to have one in this ball game. Making his 17th appearance in 37 1/3 innings, 46 punch-outs.
Napoli leads off, takes a strike. Home run and a strikeout so far for Napoli. 8-9-1 due up for the Rangers. They lead this game 6-3. Big swing, no contact. It's 0-2. Martez has done a nice job recently. No earned runs his last 3 appearances, dating back to the 3rd of August. Napoli fouls one back at 99. Martez started this sequence with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, dialed up on the 0-2 pitch. And he gets him on the curve. Just a nasty sequence as Napoli faces Martez and sees a lot of fastballs into that breaking ball for strike 3.
Napoli has a tendency to strike out. That is a very difficult pitch to hit. Perfectly placed curveball in that outside corner.
Here's Brett Nicholas, big home run his first time up. It came with 2 outs and 2 on in the 2nd inning. Gave his team a 3-0 lead. Ball away, 1-0. Ball hit into right field, and that's going to fall for a hit. Nicholas is 2 for 3. He's a 1-out base runner in the 6th. Join the Astros for Dollar Dog Night. Enjoy all the Dollar Dogs you can eat while watching the Astros and D-backs next Wednesday the 16th. For tickets, visit astros.com/dollardogs or call 1-877-9-ASTROS. Astros will be welcoming in Arizona on Wednesday and Thursday. Night game followed by a day game after a 2-game series with Houston visiting Phoenix and the Diamondbacks in their place. Here's Shin-Soo Choo. He's been on base all 3 times. A couple of walks and a single. Takes a pitch up and away, 1-0. This is an 8-game road trip followed by an 8-game homestand. After the home and home with the Diamondbacks, the Astros will have the A's and the Washington Nationals are in town. It's 2-0 on Choo. Choo up to 66 walks with the 2 walks tonight. There's a strike. It's 2-1. On the corner, 2-2. Mike Fiers pitching 4 innings plus 2 batters into the 5th. Francisco Liriano, with the help of a big strong throw by George Springer from center field to get a double play to end the inning, gets through the 5th, and now Martez with the 6th. And now it's 3-2. Only Aaron Judge and Edwin Encarnacion have drawn more walks in the American League than Shin-Soo Choo. Choo draws his 3rd walk of the game. That'll put runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. A lot of free bases tonight from both pitching staffs.
It's been incredible. Starter Mike Fiers issued 4 walks. Starter for the Texas Rangers, Tyson Ross, issued 5. 10 walks in this ball game between both pitching staffs.
And 5 hit batters.
Add those up. Man. How about 2 punch outs for Tyson Ross? And for the Astros so far, only 3 strikeouts.
So 15 free bases between walks and hit batters, and only 5 strikeouts.
It's not pretty.
Here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus did have one of those strikeouts as he struck out his first time up. Martez wearing the number 58 of the 1999 team, and being honored tonight on Ivan Pudge Rodriguez night here at Arlington. Joe Slusarski wore number 58 in the 1999 season. Pitched for 3 years. Ground ball towards the hole, base hit into left field. Fisher's throw. Brett Nicholas coming home on the money, out at home plate. Brett Nicholas thrown out by Derek Fisher. His best throw as a big leaguer as he gets Nicholas trying to score from second.
Tried to test Fisher. We haven't seen too many great throws from Derek Fisher, but right here sets up nicely and lets one go. Gets to Centeno with plenty of time to get that tag. Not that traditional arm arc that you're used to seeing from some very good outfielders, but effective right here. And it's one way to get the out.
Tony Beasley being aggressive with the send there. His team leading 6-3. Here's Nomar Mazara. So 2 of the last 3 outs in this game for the Rangers offensively have been guys thrown out at the plate. Adrian Beltre was thrown out by George Springer on a sacrifice fly attempt to end the 5th. Now Brett Nicholas thrown out on a single by Elvis Andrus. 1-1 the count. Mazara 0 for 2, walked, flied out to center, and grounded out. One and two.
Tell you what, a couple of outfield assists, and this might be a little bit different ball game. A bigger lead definitely for the Texas Rangers.
They used up Alex Claudio for a number of pitches last night. He worked extensively, and they've already gone to Matt Bush tonight in the 6th inning. That pitch misses outside. It's 2-2. He got him. Oh, foul tip. Foul tip in and out of the glove of Juan Centeno results in a foul ball, and that keeps Mazara alive. Just enough. Up and away, 3-2. An extended inning for Martez, who can give you multiple innings out of the bullpen.
It's just a command issue for me. He is very violent when he comes towards home plate, but the way he falls off so violently towards first base that he has to have that arm come pretty quick to catch up with that body. And if it doesn't, sometimes you see that lag behind. That's why he misses to the outside corner to left-handers.
Ball 4. That's the fourth base runner Martez has allowed, a couple of singles and a couple of walks, and that'll draw a visit from the pitching coach Brent Strom.
That might be the conversation he has with him. Make sure that arm is catching up with that body, because we see Chris Davinsky really fall off to that first base side, but he's got a motion that he's accustomed to and can repeat by having that arm in sync with the body.
Well, Martez has the arm that can really give you a weapon out of the bullpen moving towards the postseason and into the postseason, but if his command's not there.
So watch that front shoulder goes towards the first base side, and that's where he finishes up on. If that arm is behind that body, it's unable to catch up quick enough to get him back in the zone. But when he's right and he's going downhill before he peels off towards first base, he's usually in good shape.
Now he'll face Adrian Beltre with the bases loaded. Beltre already with 2 hits in this game. And a called strike. Breaking ball for a strike. Another breaking ball. Martez, who was struggling with his command, drops 2 pretty pitches in on Beltre.
Well, it's kind of interesting. After Brent Strom goes out there, maybe a couple of key phrases to remind him about the mechanics, and he gets back on the plate pretty quick. Don't give in now. Be aggressive and make your pitch.
On the ground, Altuve dives and can't make the play into right field. 2 runs will score. It's now an 8-3 Rangers lead. Adrian Beltre with a 3-hit night and knocks in 2.
That was just a very good piece of hitting. Seeing that curveball for the 3rd straight time, it was down and away. It felt like it was off the plate the way Beltre went after it. And all he did was get the barrel to it and shoot it past Altuve. It's a pretty nasty pitch off the plate. But he's leaning out there after seeing 2 previously. Gives you an idea of the strength of Adrian Beltre, too. That went under the glove of Jose Altuve. Thought for a second he had a chance.
So now Joey Gallo bats and grounds 1 foul. Beltre with a 5-hit series so far. 2 hits last night, 3 tonight. Up to 3,013 hits in his career. Gallo bats with 2 on and 2 outs. Five consecutive Rangers have reached base. The only out the Astros have during that time is Derek Fisher throwing out a runner at home plate. Two and 1.
6 of the 8 runs in this ball game have come with 2 outs. Astros getting a taste of their own medicine.
This ball's hit well to right. Reddick on the move. He's going to get there near the line. Had a little topspin on it off the bat of Joey Gallo, and that'll do it. So the Rangers add 2 more. It's now an 8-3 game.
The winner of our Chevy Stroh poll tonight. Thanks for voting at AT&T Sportsnet SW. We asked you what your favorite memory from 1999 was. It was the 3rd straight division title, 45%. Baggy coming in second with his second 30-30 season. Final year for the Astrodome. What a way to close out things at the Dome, guys.
Was quite a season. Good poll, a lot of votes all the way through. 3 division titles, hard to argue with. George Springer leads off and takes a called strike from Matt Bush. It's 0-1. Bush came on to get the final out of the 6th inning. Worked out of a bases loaded 2-out situation. Tyson Ross left with the bases loaded. Bush fell behind Juan Centeno 3-0, but finally was able to get him to fly out after evening up the count, and then actually getting the count to full before Centeno flied out to left. There was a time early in the year where they did not want to throw Matt Bush more than 1 inning, where he was in an up-down mode, having to sit in between innings, but that has changed as they work here in the 6th and the 7th. High and tight to George Springer.
It's not going to make any hitter happy, but in an 0-2 count, you like to just think that one got away. There have been quite a few guys hit in this game, but that was just a bad release point. But you start throwing in the upper 90s, 96 miles an hour.
Bush has had 2 appearances of more than an inning. His first came at Minute Maid Park on June 13th, when an inning and a third. And his second came at Yankee Stadium 10 days later, when an inning and 2/3. They are having him start the 7th after getting the final out of the 6th. 1-2 pitch to Springer, grounded towards Beltre. Adrian makes the play for out number 1. That'll bring up Josh Reddick. Reddick is grounded on the right side a couple of times. Also tried to bunt and was retired on the bunt attempt. He's 0 for 3. Josh sends one in the air to right. Mazzara moves to his right and makes the play for out number 2. when you look at this road trip, you have Dallas Keuchel, who started out the road trip by giving up 8 runs. Followed up by Colin McHugh. 2 of those runs were inherited runs that scored, but he gave up 7. Got a good start out of Brad Peacock. Unfortunately, the Astros unable to hold that 2-0 lead. Last night, Charlie Morton gave up 5. And then tonight, Mike Fiers gives up 6. That's not the straight you want. 5, 6, 7, 8. One-time 3-year rotation.
Yeah, that's not good. It's going to leave a mark. Just hopefully not too big of a mark, and they're able to battle their way out of it.
Jose Altuve, the batter.
You get creativity points on that. That was pretty good.
3 of the 5 runs to Morton's ledger were unearned. Excuse me, 3 were earned, 2 unearned. But they also were unearned because he didn't make the play.
Yeah.
2-0 pitch to Altuve, high in the air. Matt Bush should have a 1-2-3 inning as Mazzara puts it away. That's 4 in a row, sent down by Bush out of the bullpen.
Astros. It's time to name that Astro. This is brought to you by your local Honda dealer. You know how this goes. We give you 3 clues, and then you tweet us who you think it is at ATT Sportsnet SW. Here's your clues for tonight. Owls, World Series champion, and Waco.
Yep, easy peasy.
Both of you have it already?
Oh,
What? Nicely done.
47,306, a sellout crowd tonight. As Julia gives us name that Astro clues. Julie, what'd you think about the Ivan Punch Rodriguez pregame ceremony?
Oh, they did a great job. A lot of Astros fans here for it too, which was pretty cool because you looked around as everyone was holding up the 7, and it was everyone. You know, it was everyone in unison, just showing respect to a really great player in the game, one of the greatest catchers ever.
A cool moment. Pudge got to speak to the crowd. Sell out tonight. They retire his number here at Globe Life Park. 1 week after Jeff Bagwell is honored at Minute Maid Park. Ivan Rodriguez, the same honor here at Globe Life Park. Cool moment before the game. Plummer's teammate as well.
All-around good guy. Pretty cool to be teammates of 3 Hall of Famers going in 2017.
That was pretty awesome. Carlos Gomez, the batter. He has been hit by 2 pitches tonight for the 14th and 15th time on the season. That's tied for the major league lead. Swings and fouls one, as James Hoyt is the new pitcher for the Houston Astros.
58 punch outs in 41 1/3 innings pitched. He's got himself 7 holds. Seen him look pretty good since coming back from AAA.
He really has. He's looked much more effective. He was in a little bit of a struggle there before he went out, and now he's been really sharp since coming back. He threw 4 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts in 3 appearances with AAA Fresno, and seemed to get himself back on track. All of his outings since being recalled have been scoreless as well.
Some people want to get their groove back. He went down there to get his spin back.
That's up in him. It's 2-1.
Carlos Gomez not happy about it. He's not unaccustomed to be having baseballs thrown at him. Attracts a lot of attention.
Two and 2 the count. Hoyt last night only allowing 1 base runner of the 4 he faced. That was a little infield hit off the bat of Carlos Gomez. Rangers lead this game 8-3. And down goes Gomez. There's that slider that picked up so many strikeouts for James Hoyt in the first half of the season. Out number 1, the bottom of the 7th. This pitching performance is powered by Kubota. It's good to see both Hoyt and this guy, Joe Musgrove. What he's done in the bullpen lately has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really been good. He's prepared him nicely in that bullpen after making those starts early on in the season. Getting an opportunity to stay with the big club, doing it out of the bullpen with those 12 innings pitched, the 14 punch outs. That is something early on he was not very effective with as far as putting guys away. But we also saw last night the velocity jumping out of that right arm from Joe Musgrove too, helping out.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. He has really been ramping up with the velocity. We saw him at 97.7 last night.
Yeah, let's round up and call it 98.
Yeah, looked good.
Fastest pitch he's thrown this season.
Julia, Joe's really looked comfortable moving from that rotation to the bullpen. What has he said about it?
You know, last night he said his arm feels really good at this point too, but knowing that he just has to get 3 outs, he can amp it up a little bit. And he's had that velocity before in his career. He just has never been able to command it the way that he wants to. And he said that now that he's got his delivery very consistent, he's worked on several things in order to get a little bit lower into his legs. All the timing's right, which is what he worked on in AAA. Now that he's got all that together, he can really let it go.
It looks like that he's so comfortable right now in his mechanics, as Odor's down to the count 1 and 2, that maybe this every other day or every 3rd day or 4th day is better for him than throwing every 6 days in the rotation. At least it appears to be so far this season.
Well, I tell you what, good split right there to get a second punch out in this inning for James Hoyt. But think about the mentality. It's a lot of stress to put on the mind to go out there and prepare for 6 innings plus, hopefully every night. And like Julia's talking about, with him moving into the bullpen, he alleviates that stress and says, hey, I've got 3 guys I got to worry about, and I got to go through them and get through this inning.
It's been fun to watch. He can be a big-time piece of that puzzle as the Astros await Will Harris returning from the DL. Musgrove's been able to be a big part of the bullpen, which has been shaky at times in the last few weeks. But he has done his job as Hoyt misses to Napoli 1-0. Hoyt has struck out the 2 batters he has faced. The Astros had 1 strikeout out of Francis Martes and 2 strikeouts out of the starter Mike Fiers. So they had 3 strikeouts through 6, and now Hoyt has struck out the first 2. He's down to the count 2-0 to Napoli. Napoli was 2 of those strikeout victims. He also hit a home run. He struck out twice. Odor and Gomez in this inning have struck out. And also Elvis Andrus, his first time up. 2-1 the count. James Hoyt 8th amongst AL relievers in strikeouts per 9 innings, coming into tonight at 12.63. That'll go up with a couple of strikeouts in this inning. Now it's 2-2.
Set up for that slider.
Astros were down 6 going into the 8th inning last night, and they would bring the go-ahead run to the plate in the 9th inning. Hoyt trying to put them down 5 and keep it right here at 8-3 going into the 8th inning tonight. There's that slider you talked about, but he didn't make it enticing enough. It's 3-2.
Yeah, you can see the disgust on his face. He wanted to make a good pitch, just overthrew it.
Astros before tonight were in a 15-game stretch where they were 4-11. The previous worst 15-game stretch before this 4-11 mark was a 7-8 stretch for 15 games. So this is really uncharted territory for A.J. Hinch and his Astros, in danger of losing for the 12th time in 16 games. Napoli pops one in the air, foul. Centeno gives it a look, but that's drifting towards the crowd. And during this stretch, they're playing games on the road where they had been so good and just not having success. Lost 6 in a row on the road and never lost more than 2 in a row away from home before this stretch. Into the shift, Altuve's right there. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for James Hoyt, who pitches well, striking out 2 and getting that ground out. We head to the 8th.
To the 8th, and time to reveal, name that Astro or the Astro. We're revealing the Astro. We gave you 3 clues. This is presented by your local Honda dealer. the guys in the booth had it so quickly because it was an easy one. Lance Berkman is the Astro today. Todd.
All right, Julia. We start the 8th with Carlos Beltran batting. Takes a pitch for a ball. Carlos looking for his first hit. He's flied to center a couple of times and struck out. Matt Bush, who had never pitched more than an inning and 2/3 before tonight, back out there for more. He's already gone an inning and a third. He also warmed up in the 8th and the 9th inning of last night's game. Shallow left. Andrews back. Gallo in. It's Andrews, the shortstop, who takes it for out number 1. All 5 batters. Matt Bush's face. He's retired. Now, this is a Rangers team that traded Jonathan Lucroy. Sent him over to the National League once again after acquiring him from the National League last year. Picking him up from the Brewers in a deal. But as they start tonight's play, the Rangers are 4 games under 500. Still a good distance back of the Astros, 15.5 before tonight's play started. But in the wild card race, they were just 3 back before tonight started.
Also traded away a pretty good starting pitcher, too.
You look at it.
You is looking good.
He is looking good. Alex Bregman with a 1-0 count. So, but it's a crazy year in the AL where it's just a bunch of teams hanging around 500 trying to get to the postseason.
Really bunched up at mediocrity.
The Astros with the big lead still at 13 games coming into today, ahead of the Angels and the Mariners. What's getting close is the lead for the best record in the American League, which could be down to 5 at the end of the night, as Boston won today. Yankees have opened up a little bit of a gap on the second place team, which right now would be one of those 3 teams a game over 500.
That'd make a fun end to the season, wouldn't it?
Could be
something like you've seen before.
Yeah, there's been some crazy finishes to the wild card scenario before. None more so than the year when the Red Sox lost in Baltimore, while the Tampa Bay Rays were coming back from down 7 to the New York Yankees. It'd be Terry Francona's final game as a Red Sox manager, but Boston winning again tonight. This afternoon, I should say, against the Yankees. They've now won 9 of 11. And if the Astros lose tonight, that lead for the #1 seed in the American League will be down to 5 games. For a while there, it was double digits and comfortable. 2-2 pitch, and Bregman
struck out. We haven't seen that in a while. Join the Astros next Saturday, the 19th, for Legends Weekend. 10,000 fans in attendance will receive a Legends Weekend triple bobblehead featuring Craig Biggio, Jeff Bagwell, and that guy right there, Mike Hampton. Presented by Houston Methodist. For more information, visit astros.com/legends.
The old triple bobble.
I've already got a set of triplets.
Bregman's first strikeout since July 30th.
Yes.
So Justin Verlander on July 30th until Matt Bush on August the 12th. In between strikeouts for Alex Bregman. There's Marwin Gonzalez. He takes a called strike. Marwin's 2 for 3. Speared by Napoli. 1-2-3 inning. Matt Bush goes 2 1/3, retires all 70 faces.
Brought to you by Miller Lite. A couple of defensive plays helping out some of the Astro pitching. George Springer getting behind this pop fly and gunning down Adrian Beltre at home plate. Good tag by Centeno. Play was reviewed and it did stand. But a base hit to left field off the bat of Elvis Andrus, and Derek Fisher taking his time, making sure he's set up for a nice, good, strong throw. Got the ball there in plenty of time, and a nice little tap for the out from Centeno.
Good throws by Springer and Fisher. Rangers lead 8-3 as we head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Brett Nicholas, who's had a nice game, 3-run home run, single in 3 at-bats. And Ramin Gudwan is the new pitcher for the Astros. Fires a strike on the inside corner.
Good to see him just get after the zone with his fastball slider.
Gudwan pitching in back-to-back games, faced 3 batters in last night's game. On the ground foul. It stays 0-2 on Nicholas. Nicholas had been hitting .311 at Round Rock this year, playing as the backup now to Robinson Chirinos after the trade of Jonathan Lucroy. And Gudwan gets him. So Ramin Gudwan strikes out the first batter he faces, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Make your mark at Minute Maid Park with a customized brick that will welcome fans into the ballpark for seasons to come. Order your commemorative brick now at astros.com/bricks. Be nice to retire Shin-Soo Choo tonight. He has been on base all 4 times, 3 walks and a single. Takes a pitch down low for ball 1. Gudwan's done a better job facing left-hand hitters in his young career. Lefties against him are 8, for 31 with just a couple of walks. But right-hand hitters have been tough for Ramin to retire. They are 12 for 25 with 4 walks. We face a righty next in Elvis Andrus. There's a good fastball, 97. That's what gets you excited about this left arm. It's ahead 1-2. He's got easy gas. It's just a matter of being consistent in the zone.
That is absolutely it.
Chu fouls one back. Guduan is the 4th arm used out of A.J. Hinch's bullpen. Francisco Liriano for an inning. Francis Martez for the 6th. James Hoyt for the 7th. And now Ramin Guduan pitching the 8th. Two and 2 the count.
Good job of laying off that pitch from Shin-Soo Choo. Pretty good slider out in front from Ramin.
Chu does have a good eye at the plate. He will take a lot of pitches.
Then there's that.
Now the count's full. Rangers scoring 6 of their 8 runs tonight with 2 outs. First 4 on home runs. Line drive caught at third base. Jumping catch by J.D. Davis. And there's 2 outs.
The Astros road ahead is driven by DeMontrondRV.com. And tomorrow's pitching probables have Dallas Keuchel going up against Andrew Cashner in the Battle of the Beards. Be great to see Dallas Keuchel get back into those winning ways. He's had some issues recently in those last 2 starts of command and throwing some pretty good strikes to hit.
Well, when your rotation has struggled one time through like the Astros have on this road trip, with the exception of Brad Peacock, you like to see Keuchel go out there and right the ship and get things going back in the right direction, because it has been a very difficult first 5 games of this 8-game trip. Ground ball, glove by Bregman. What a nice backhand play, and he puts one right on the money at first to retire Andrews.
It was a great play by Alex. Actually made it look relatively easy. Also, quick release on the money.
Presented by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. And by Toyota. Let's go places. two on the left side of the infield have as much fun as any duo in baseball. Adrian Beltre and Elvis Andrus, and Andrus making sure to give his buddy a hard time after dropping that pop-up earlier in the game with the raindrops falling in his eyes. We have an 8-3 contest heading to the 9th inning. Matt Bush outstanding in 2 1/3 out of the bullpen, and now they turn it over to the 40-year-old Jason Grilli.
Fastball slider from Jason Grilli. He does have a changeup.
He will face the bottom third of the Astros lineup. Derek Fisher, J.D. Davis, and Juan Centeno. Fisher swings through that pitch. Derek's been on 3 times, reached on an error, was hit by a pitch and walked. Astros played the first 16 series on the road this year. Won 13 of them, split 2 of them, and lost just 1 of their first 16 road series. They are in danger, barring a 5-run comeback in the 9th, of losing their 3rd consecutive series after going 13-1-2 to start the season. Really ahead 0-2 on Fisher. Jason Grilli acquired in an early July trade from the Toronto Blue Jays. Two and two the count.
To left-handed hitters, Grilli will throw that slider almost 32% of the time. He's been pretty aggressive with the fastball here with Derek Fisher.
Counts 3-2. Tyson Ross, the starting pitcher in this game for the Rangers, went 5 2/3 innings, walked 5, hit a couple of batters, allowed 4 hits and 3 runs. All 3rd strike. Fisher thought he had drawn his 2nd consecutive walk. Instead, he's the first out of the night.
Seen too many pitches down in the zone called with Lance Barksdale back there. Really gets it right here.
Here's J.D. Davis on a night where there haven't been a lot of highlights for the Astros. J.D. has 2 of the 3 runs batted in. Doubled off the wall for his first major league RBI and also drew a bases loaded walk. There's that aforementioned slider Blummer was talking about to get ahead 0-1. After Davis walked, which was the 5th issued by the starter Tyson Ross, Matt Bush came out of the bullpen, and in the key at bat of the game, as it turns out, it was a 6-3 game with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Bush fell behind Centeno 3-0 with George Springer on deck, and he was able to come back and get the Astros catcher, throwing a couple of 99-mile-an-hour strikes, a couple of foul balls, and then a fly ball to left. That misses. It's 2-1. When the Astros swept the Rangers back in early June, they were in the midst of 11 in a row on the road in the win column. Now they are in danger of losing their 7th in a row on the road, and moving to 0-5 on this road trip. Last time these jerseys were worn with the 28, it was Bill Spires who wore it from 97 through 99. Only 4 hits for the Astros in this game.
According to the scoreboard here at Globe Life, 3-ball, 3-strike count.
They're sensing something, huh?
I hope they're wrong.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, it's changed. Ball 4. J.D. Davis draws his second consecutive walk. He's been on base 3 times. Double and 2 walks. The hits in this game: Marwin Gonzalez a 2nd inning single, Alex Bregman a 4th inning RBI single, J.D. Davis the RBI double, and Marwin with his 2nd hit of the night in the 6th inning. And that's it. Juan Centeno looking for his first hit. Centeno's had a hit in every game he's played as an Astro, all 4 games, coming in at 7 for 16. Takes a called strike.
Fewest hits the Astros have had in a game was 2. It was back on the 12th, June 12th against Texas. We haven't had to look at too many of the fewest events in games for the Astros this season. 4 just caught me as a extremely low number for a team that swings it as well as the Astros do.
Well, it doesn't seem like a 4-hitter because of all the traffic on the bases.
Yeah, it's been a disaster for some of these pitchers.
5 walks and 2 hit batters from Tyson Ross. Matt Bush restored order in this game because both sides had been walking a lot and hitting a lot of batters.
2 errors in this game for the Texas Rangers too.
Hit hard into the crowd. Centeno down to the count 1-2. Astros at one point this year led the season series against the Rangers 6-1. They're in danger of losing for the 4th time in 5 tries against the Rangers. And it's 2-2 the count to Centeno. Tomorrow, Dallas Keuchel against Andrew Kashner. Wrap-up game to the 3-game weekend series. Then the 8-game road trip continues in Arizona. Carlos Correa continues to improve in his comeback from that ligament injury in his thumb, and hopefully he'll get some swing soon. Maybe as early as that last leg of this road trip in Arizona. Swings just loosening up, not anything more than that. Still on pace sometime in the month of September, although maybe ahead of the original projections slightly. Be good to see him back in there, but they got George Springer back on this trip. George hitting a home run in last night's game. He's in the on-deck circle. Stays 3-2 on Centeno.
They're just trying to move everybody out of their lazy chair and onto the edge of their seat. And then they're going to go on a nice run here in September, mid-August, September. That'd be nice.
That would be real nice.
How is that guy's arm still attached?
I guess when you throw like he does, threw a lot of pitches last night.
Yeah, he did.
It is 8-3. I know the top of the order is due up, but Claudio threw a lot of pitches working through that 6-4 victory last night.
See how much this game means to Jeff Bannister.
Centeno keeps fouling off pitches against Jason Grilli. And hits one high in the air. Mazzara playable. 2 away.
Claudio threw 35 pitches. An 8th and 9th inning appearance yesterday. Back up, getting hot. We have seen some guys in bullpens, namely the Seattle Mariners, using guys 4 nights in a row. It's one thing to ask a guy to go out there and pitch an inning in the 3rd, throw 35 pitches, and now get him hot to come into a ball game here back-to-back nights.
He's trying to conserve the bullets right here. See if he's needed in this 8-3 game. 2 outs, runner on. Back to the top of the order. George Springer looking for his first hit. First 4 guys in the lineup do not have a hit tonight for the Astros. Jose Altuve reached twice via the walk. Springer reached also on a walk. They are combined 0 for 13. Springer, Reddick, Altuve, and Beltran tonight. That ball's hit hard towards left. Coming on to make the play is Joey Gallo to end the game. Springer hits it hard. Caught by the Rangers left fielder Gallo. And the Astros have lost their 3rd consecutive road series as they lose tonight's game by the score of 8-3. They have now lost 12 of their past 16 games.
Player of the game is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. It's on the other side. A little bit of a lopsided game, and Adrian Beltre had himself a very good game. 3 for 4, a double, and 3 RBIs for the future Hall of Famer.
Up to 3,013 hits for Beltre with those 3 tonight. The Astros now 2-9 in the month of August. This has not been a kind month so far as they lose tonight 8-3. Back with more, including the postgame show after this.